It's Amy with Finger Lakes Explorers. Today we're taking you along with us to Carpenter Falls on Skaneateles Lake to explore the brand new boardwalk and observation deck that just opened up at the falls. Let's check it out! You can find Carpenter Falls on the west side of Skaneateles Lake, about 2/3 of the way down. The falls are next to the Bahar Nature Preserve and used to be part of this land until they were given to New York State back in 2008. Just a couple of weeks before our visit, the state finished a bunch of awesome upgrades to make the falls more accessible, and we were excited to see what they'd done. There isn't any great signage for the falls, and we had no cell service in the area, so make sure you have directions offline before you go, just in case. A winding road through the woods takes you to the newly paved parking lot. It was fairly empty when we got there around 10 on a Saturday, but it did fill up fast, with almost all the spots taken by the time we left. Next to the new parking lot are an information board and map of the falls area, and a porta potty. Continuing past the information board, a paved path quickly took us to the brand new boardwalk. This elevated wooden platform runs 630 feet all the way from the parking lot to Carpenter Falls. Before this boardwalk was built, the only way to really see the falls was by what could be a fairly challenging hike depending on the conditions, so access was limited to those who were physically fit and willing to take on potential risk. With this new boardwalk, the falls are now accessible to all people with disabilities and folks of all ages. The boardwalk is fully accessible from the parking lot to the lookout and was beautifully done. It was such a peaceful walk, even without the end goal of the falls in mind. But soon enough, we'd made it to the overlook and had our first glimpses of the falls. Carpenter Falls is an impressive 90 feet tall. The water in the falls cuts through a limestone rock overhang, creating a cool cavernous space behind the falls, and then plunges deep into a pool below. Just beyond the pool, the creek continues down a series of cascades, though you can't see these well from the observation platform. One maybe not so hidden secret of Carpenter Falls is that it's actually quite easy to see the top of the falls from Apple Tree Point Road. You don't even have to get out of your car. A bridge runs right over the creek just before the top of the falls. Just be careful if you stop here. It's on a somewhat blind curve and there really isn't any place to park. Okay, back to the boardwalk. Once we'd had our fill of beautiful waterfall views, we decided to head back just a few steps from the observation platform to a set of stone steps. The sets of steps wind down the hill to the base of the falls and offer another perspective along with a glimpse of the cascades. These steps are also newly built and in beautiful shape, but be warned, there are a lot of them, and though they aren't actually steep, they kind of make you feel like they are because of the length and slope of the hillside. There's no handrail, so make sure you use some caution. Even though the view from the base of the falls is somewhat blocked by trees, I would argue it's the slightly more beautiful view with all the cascades, so I think the hike down the stairs is worth it. But of course, then you have to go back up. After one more stop to take in the view of the falls from above and catch our breath, we headed back. Back near the parking lot, there is another trail you can take. This one follows the creek to another waterfall called Angel Falls. Or, for a more serious day of hiking, you can actually continue all the way down the trail to Skaneateles Lake. But we were just here to check out the new boardwalk, so that wrapped up our visit. We love all the state is doing to make our natural wonders more accessible for all members of our community, and this is certainly a great addition to the Finger Lakes. Go check it out!